Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Stick looking to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now Stick. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Stick back to pass. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Mahomes going to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Stick looks to throw. And this incomplete. Oh, my. He might have been celebrating in the end zone if he'd held on. Nearly picked, but instead, it'll bring up 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off and a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
To throw again on second down, Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Sticks throw taken in by Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Here's Stick on 1st and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Stick to throw once more. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Back to throw again. And they're going to get him. They bring him down a sack back at the 16-yard line. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And the Giants ready to come out now. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
He was brought down at the 26. Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They're going to go play action now with Stick. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Montgomery on the counter. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The Saints in a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. They were losers their last time out, trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home, but sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer, just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate, drops it.
The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now here's Mahomes. And this one is incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
On second down, here's Pierce. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's underneath to Pierce, and he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. .31 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Saints to take over. They lead things here as they start 1st and 10, trying to get rid of that bad taste in their mouth from the loss last week to the Atlanta Falcons. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is Samuel, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. He'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver. And it results in an incomplete pass.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. 1st and 10, stick. This one swung out to Montgomery. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
He's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At their 49-yard line.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down, New Orleans. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. And he fires one incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Hitting Samuel on the slant. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. but I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And this one is no good. He missed it. And the lead will hold at 10. So first and goal quickly turns into fourth and goal, and then fourth and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
At the 44-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. We don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room, no points on the board, not playing well defensively, deflated, and now things may have changed for them.
This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Off play action, it's Stick. And incomplete on the deep ball.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Let's roll.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Stick looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Michael Davis, the one to get a hand on it.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we are at half. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
To try again after the sack. Stick. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Stick back to pass. Pass caught. It's been Skoranek. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line. Now Stick. And this is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Stick looks to throw it again. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Hand off right side to Pierce. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 7 yards there and a first down. Mahomes now to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Stick looks to throw. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. John Kaminsky. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stick. Open man is Skoranek. He's got it. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18. A good pickup there at 22. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, touchdown, Saints! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And New York set to take the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And this will be a Giants 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Mahomes going to throw. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Now it's Mahomes again. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Matthew Ryan on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he goes out right around the 39. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Stick to throw once more. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Giants are right back in this football game. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The Giants on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Yikes. Terrible kick, headed straight for the sideline. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They're going to go play action now with Stick. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. Nifty move. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard this sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Saints will take over possession here up at the 44. And this defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the 1st half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and then come up with a pick right there. We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stick. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. That took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Cooks on the quick slant. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Stick from the gun, finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Touchdown! David Montgomery from 4 yards out. And the Saints might be moving closer to an elusive 2nd win of the year as they extend that 4th quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the final act was the David Montgomery touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. A little over a minute and a half remaining. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Mahomes to throw it. A pass underneath for Fournette. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Mahomes will throw. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down. Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Marquez Callaway, 69 yards. And the Giants have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Off play action, it's Stick. Looking left side, and it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now Stick. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Piñeiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off.
sends the kicker off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now all eyes shift to the Giants. Trailing in this one now. A little over 20 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Stick back to pass. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Saints, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be